We are about to be a third semester hottie, because your girl gonna be a nurse next year. Like, hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Saunya'e and this is my nursing channel. In this video, I'm just gonna give y'all like a quick little mid-semester update of my second semester, of like basically just how it's going. So let's just get into it. Y'all know I was taking med-surg, psychology, or mental health, not psychology, and research. And you know, at my school, J2 is considered to be kind of challenging because of research, and med-surg is pretty tough. So as we're at the mid-semester mark, I have taken 2 out of my 4 exams for med-surg. Med-surg is 3 exams and a final. So med-surg exam 1 and 2, I got the exact same grade. I studied harder for the second one. It didn't really pay off. So I got a 77 on both exams. So I was kind of bummed, but we are going to bounce back harder for exam 3 because we need to. But like, I'm hanging on to be in that class and I shouldn't be hanging on. But aside from that class, it's not terrible. But it is like a lot of information. But the next class, for psych, I'm not doing too bad in that class. We have 2 exams and a final, and actually the final is just like an exam 3 because it's not cumulative, it's new content. And exam 1, I got I got an 80, but she gave questions back, so I ended up getting an 88. And I was super happy about it. So I have like an 89.9 in that class, which is not an A. So thankfully that is not like my final grade, but that class and med-surg are like for the whole semester. So yeah, psych, not doing too bad. Our second exam is actually next week after spring break. So basically my spring break that's supposed to be a break is not really a break. I have to study for my exam coming up. I don't know. And I'm tired and I got other stuff to do and I just want to relax. And yeah, and exam 2 for psych is a lot of medications. I don't know how I'm going to memorize all of them. I will try to utilize Picmonic and YouTube and just go from there. Really quick, don't forget, if you would like to subscribe to Picmonic, I do have a 20% off code. It is just my name, but I'll also put that information like in my description, because if you just follow the link, you don't have to do a code and stuff. So, but as far as psych, the class isn't just too hard. It's actually not bad. I might get an A in that class, but I don't want to speak too soon. The clinical for psych is really fun. Like, it's really interesting. So at first it was kind of like scary a little bit because you're in a psych ward, like a unit. Well, we were in the psych hospital, but it's like, I don't know, it wasn't as bad. Like, we started off, so me and one of my other group mates, we started in the adolescent unit, which is like adolescent / PD. We were with like 7 to 13-year-olds, and it was like really interesting just to see like a child's perspective on mental health, and like seeing the reasons that they were there and then how they deal with those reasons and how they cope, and just seeing like how they reach their goals while they're in the psych unit. And we only had 3 weeks of clinical in psych, which last week, which is the week before spring break, was our last week. So now we're just done with psych clinical. But yeah, so the other 2 units that we were on were both adult units, and it seemed like, I don't know, it just seemed scary like walking through them. But then you go in, mostly all you're doing is talking to them and observing. But you see like that they become like comfortable with you. You're with them 6 hours and like they're comfortable with you, and then you're with your partner or whatever. And so it's kind of like you're not alone and it's safe, I guess. I don't know, like, but I really enjoyed like talking to like the patients there, because like some of the stories are really sad. But then again, like, it's important to kind of see what they go through, just because it's a real thing. Mental health is really important. So I enjoyed psych clinical, actually. Yeah, like I really enjoyed it. And I loved my instructor for it. She was so sweet. The last clinical, which was, you know, so the last clinical, she was like, oh, I know y'all have y'all's med-surg test tomorrow. We won't have to do post-conference, so I'll just give y'all time to study. Girl, you ain't said nothing but a word. Yeah, so that made me happy. We left the unit at 12. We didn't have to do no post-conference was normally from 1:30 to 3:30. And it was, so we have from 12 to 1:30 as like a little break. But after 12, we were done, and I was happy. Moving on from psych, the last one, research. That class is like the big Debbie Downer of J2, supposedly. But high key, like, it wasn't as bad. And see, this is why I don't go into like new classes with the mindset of like things that I've heard from like previous students. Like, cause sometimes it can be helpful, but like when it's only negative things, I just try to be like open, like open-minded. But research was not too bad. It was like kind of boring, but I was thinking it was gonna be like a whole bunch of papers and stuff, but we only had one paper. It was like a 5 to 7 page paper. He told you exactly what goes in every single paragraph, and it was like an actual description. So it was enough to, if you answer one of the questions that's on there, that's already a whole bunch of your paragraph anyway. So that was easy. So that was like our last final project, I guess, because that was only an 8-week course. But the paper, I got like a 96 on it. So, and high key, he was eating me up in the comments that he left me. So I didn't think I did that good, but it's really easy, especially if you just follow the rubric to a T. And if you go to my school, do not use direct quotes, because you will get 5 points off for every single direct quote that you use. Don't even do it. He tells you in the rubric, don't do it. Follow the rubric to a T. You will be set for the paper. The other things that were, like the other big things that make up the class, aside from discussions, because those are easy, are the racks, which is like you read an article and you answer 10 questions about it. So, and this might have been because this is like a new thing, and I think he might have started it like last semester, but now he has the racks open like ahead of time, instead of you opening a quiz and then as soon as you open it, you have to start answering questions, you know, like, so he has it open so you can read the article ahead of time, answer the questions, and then you just go fill out the answers once you take the quiz. And so I think that kind of made it easier, because before, I don't think that was an option. Like maybe last year, I don't think that was an option. And so that's why like people were telling me that it was just so horrible. But the racks are hard, but it's like once you get those questions ahead of time and you have the article, like you can literally go back and forth and just double check that you have the right answer and not have to be like timed or anything. So the racks were pretty decent. I didn't fail any. Actually did pretty well on them. The next things are the knowledge checks, which are basically like exams. We had 2 of them, but they were open book. they've been open book, I think, for I don't think this year was the first year. I feel like this might be the second year or something that he started doing like the open book. So that's why I got the print copy. And that helped tremendously because the knowledge checks are super hard if you don't have the book. But if you have the book, it is like fine. Like literally go through the glossary and just go back and forth, do the review that he sends out, sticky note your book, like, and you'll be set. First knowledge check, I got like an 88, like I missed 3. And I was like, oh shoot, like, hold on. But I'm not gonna lie, the second one was like super hard. I used the book and I failed it. But that's besides the point because your girl got an A in that class, a 92 to be exact, or 93. Either way, I got an A, and I was thinking, oh, okay, I'll be fine with a C, like entering in the class, because I was like, well, people have said all these horrible things, but those things have not been true for me. So yeah, research was not too bad of a class, and now I'm just like, I'm happy it's over, and I'm happy it's only a half a semester long course. So yeah, those are my current, right now I have a B in med surg, a B in psych, and an A in research, which is done. And I needed that A because my GPA dropped last semester when I got all B's, and I'm trying to like get my GPA back up. So yeah. So, and then the next thing is to replace the research class, we are having another class, and it's called Older Adults, which is supposedly like the really easy class. It's only a 2 credit hour. So there's no exams in it, and I have mine asynchronous, but there's like weekly quizzes. It just opened up on my Canvas, but there's weekly quizzes, weekly discussions, and then there's like a 2-part project or something. I was looking at it and I was like, oh shoot, this don't even look bad. And like the quizzes are like open book, like open note. And so I was just like, I don't know, I'm gonna get another A, shoot. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited to just finish this semester, y'all. We are about to be a 3rd semester hottie, because your girl gonna be a nurse next year. Like, don't even play like that. So yeah, I think that's like my update. I don't really have nothing else that I need to say. So yeah, I'm just excited, y'all. I'm ready to be done with the semester and just have a good summer and soak it all up, because S1, which starts in the fall, I'm sure I'll be in for a ride, but it gets more interesting because I get to go to OB and peds and critical care, but who cares about critical care? Not me. Okay, I care about critical care because I want to be a NICU nurse, but it's going to be adults. So, but yeah, so that's going to be, but that's next semester. We got a while, but yeah. So yeah, I think that is all of my little update. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Just make sure you give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.